gonna do?
Shiitake mushrooms, dude.
Fudge, bro.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's hit it.
All right, guys. Thank you for this second episode. We have Derek Ausseresses with us. He is going to basically run the show today. So I appreciate you running through, dude.
I'm good.
You all right?
Yeah. Well, I'm really gonna outshine you guys.
It's not a problem,
Well,
dude.
Not for you guys. No. But when you hear it back, you're like, wow, he's a lot better
So
than
this
us.
is your show now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're changing the name. We were gonna tell you before, but
Have
we
you
didn't
guys
want
been
to.
talking?
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't want to completely wind out of your sails, you know. So we're here to.
I'm counting on him to overshadow me. Please do.
He's a beast when it comes to airtime, dude. It makes me mad. I told you we did a TikTok live together
Yeah.
for like 4.5 hours.
Dude, it was nuts. My whole body hurt afterwards.
Whole
body.
How do you hurt after a live? I don't.
Laughing hysterically.
And just sitting. You just got stagnant.
You've seen how big we are. How do you hurt? Well, I don't know. 400 pounds has something to do with it.
Existence is pain.
Yeah.
Mr. Meeseeks. I can do. All right. So.
Oh, thank you for having me, by the way. Sorry.
No,
I really appreciate
You're
it.
our first guest.
Stoked.
We've done 4 test episodes. We've done our first real episode, and then you're our first guest.
Can we call them testisodes?
We can call them whatever you want, buddy. We're going to name this A Ton to Talk About.
Are we really?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
And that's
talking
your
about.
inspiration, 100%.
I love it, dude.
They may already be labeled as testisodes on my PC.
Say, we've already synced up. See, we're already...
So,
Are they really, though?
I think one of them is. I think the first one was.
Testisodes?
Yeah. The first one's a testisode. That was the one we had like 15 minutes.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay.
And then all the other ones are just labeled by date.
What do you need?
Just checking to make sure my phone's on.
If it goes, it goes.
I'm not trying to disrespect you like that.
It's all good. Mine could go off and it ruin the whole shoot. So.
yours is gonna go
be
off.
honest, you're starting to get me. I don't know.
I don't know if you guys heard, but he's almost got 60K on TikTok, so his phone's going off.
Blown up.
It's gonna happen. So,
Homegirl jumped on there, dude, and showed some love to both of us. My girl Chica.
Who's
she
that?
ran it.
Did she tag me in something?
Yeah.
For real?
Mm-hmm. The chick from New York, who's always showing love to me and you, calls us her boys.
Oh, yeah. Word. Okay.
She jumped on there and was all dude, people are stoked about that. It's surprising me how many comments I got. They're like, "Oh, he got a haircut." I'm like, oh, yeah. But like, I'm in there too, guys.
Yeah.
Remember me?
Well,
I know,
yeah.
dude. I know. So, all right. Elephants in the room. We're big guys.
I never forget.
that's
The biggest, right?
TM.
I've always been the biggest in the place.
For sure.
I've never walked into a room where somebody was bigger than me. And if I was, I kind of felt good because I was like, at least I don't look like that guy.
Yeah.
But so he's a big boy.
Oh, for sure.
But
6'5"? 6'6"?
6'4".
No. Tail of the tape. We'll shake that out later. Go ahead.
no, he's 6'4".
6'4".
He's a champ, dude.
6'3" on a bad day.
Yeah. What's your intake? Calories? What are we at?
Between 25 and 3, because I've been a naughty boy recently.
Say it again.
I've been
Closer to the mic
I've
and
been
look at both of us.
I've been a
Yeah.
dirty
Yeah.
boy recently.
yes, you
I
have.
gotta, like,
Our knees just touched.
problem with the setup, right, is I cannot look at the camera if I'm looking at both of you.
It's all right, dude.
So stop.
Well, no, because then our knees won't touch anymore.
That's right.
And the last time he said naughty boy, it was like it just grazed. It was,
What do you think about this setup from the first time that you cruised through and it was just us and lawn chairs?
honestly, dude, like I couldn't be more proud of you. Because again, the fact that you've taken steps to get proof of concept and the fact that I get to be a part of this in its infancy, like what's crazy about it is it only gets better.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's wild. So all of that said, this is hands down the nicest rig or setup I've been a part of. I've done a few podcasts. I've had
Have
a
you?
couple people have me on.
Oh, okay.
A couple of them were, digital. We just zoom in and record that.
oh.
But the ones where I've actually gone and sat down, if you consider your full-time dad, full-time employee, everything else you got going on, the fact that you're taking time to do this beyond all of that, it looks incredible.
He's had to talk a lot of life into me, dude, because I stress out to the max.
Yeah.
And I just wanted this to be perfect. I wanted me to jump on here have 1 million followers, 1 million subscribers right off the bat, right? I wanted $1 million set, and it just wasn't happening. So he's built this. We've built this with our 2 hands. He's been with me since day one.
Got some mitts.
Oh, dude, banana hands, bro.
That's a catcher's mitt.
Dude, it's like soccer goalie gloves.
It's so
Just-
good.
It's amazing.
Chiquita bananas
Show him your
over here.
one-handed clap,
Y'all.
boss.
That's insane.
Give him your knuckle cracks. Handle
you
business.
want me to get
Are
like
they-
right up
Yeah,
into
Are
the
they seismic?
Dude, I've never heard this except for movies.
Bro, did the chick just turn her head over that way and
Dude,
walk
she's
backwards
coming,
on her
Linda
head?
Blair is
Oh.
coming down the stairs
Wow.
right now.
That's just what happens when I close my hands. Like it just
You
never
can do
stops.
it every time.
Yeah.
Whenever he wants, dude. And then so we were working together, security, and we had to write these medical incidents every time somebody got hurt.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so he was running these knuckle cracks in my face, pissing me off. So I was like, I could do it too. And dude, I'll never play the piano again. I thought I fugged myself up. And he's like, can you imagine if we have to write an incident report for that? What are you going to say? Closed hand too hard.
Can we acknowledge the fugged?
Did you like that?
I loved
That's
that.
pretty good.
Dude, I can get down sometimes.
FUGGED.
Fugged up.
Fugged. It's so good, dude. I'm proud of you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well done.
What was I saying?
Something about I don't know. My bones.
I was saying that I wanted this podcast to just jump off.
And it will.
But remember I sent you that episode of Brian Callen talking?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And he said from 30 to 40, it was nothing but no's.
Yep.
So I told him in December I want to start a podcast.
Right.
Now, but I've wanted to start a podcast since I was like 14 years old, before podcasting was a thing.
Yeah.
And this has been my baby. I think that's why I take it so crazy, right? But I told him December, I said, I want to publish and have my podcast out by March. Now, we ran our first episode last week,
Okay.
and the set was not set up.
Right.
We didn't have anything. We didn't, right?
Pile of cables still on
Pile
the
of
table.
cables. None of this was up. This was up against the wall, so like there's scratches and stuff. We didn't
Yeah.
have books. We didn't have anything.
Yeah.
But he goes, dude, you said you wanted to shoot a podcast in March. We can do it. And so he spoke a lot of life into me, just always saying that kind of stuff. He's built me. Dude, there's been times where I just want to throw in the towel and be like, it's not for me.
Right.
But then I remember that Brian Callen episode. Just burped. Sorry.
And then you brought even more attention to it. Let's do a segment about it.
Okay, so
I'm not going to wind you up this early. Keep going.
no.
Good.
Okay, so
he's getting,
wieners.
he's getting comfortable.
Right.
Good.
What was I saying?
Brian Callen.
He's
In
a
that episode.
champion. I love Brian Callen.
Yeah.
With all my heart. What was I saying though?
Talking about how
Perfection.
you. Yeah.
It's gonna take time.
Absolutely.
It's gonna take time.
So
And-
so theorize done versus perfect.
Right.
Because there's a considerable landmark to be placed every time you're doing that.
Yeah.
Now, you can work into a level of perfection, and I think having that drive is going to continue to motivate you, but don't let it sway you into not completing things, because complete and perfect doesn't exist, first of
Sure.
all.
But you look at some of the guys that have been doing this forever and they're honed in. They know their art, right? And they're perfect.
But trust that they suck. And I guarantee you
Yes.
ask somebody like Rogan or Callen, they're going to tell you that they are far from perfect. But that's what keeps them hungry. I promise, dude.
Okay.
Even with the beautiful sets and 5 employees and everything that's going on, they still find room to improve. It's what helps keep you motivated.
I understand, but numbers talk, huh? He's got
For
how
sure.
many followers or subscribers?
For sure. But
Yeah.
where did he start?
I don't know. I
Right.
don't know. I wish I could see his.
So when you had a level of celebrity to begin with, they
Right.
had a little bit of an advantage
Right.
going into this. And beyond that, a little bit more funds. That casts them a little further ahead of the game. So to start here, I think it's why it's important we're having these conversations, though.
And I think that's what my issue was because Theo Von, Brendan Schaub, right? One was a fighter, one's a comedian. They're great people.
Correct.
They ran their podcast and they had a huge following.
Right.
But that's because they had that celebrity background.
Correct.
So since I'm a nobody, I don't have a celebrity background. I don't have any of that stuff. I needed a perfect set. Does that make sense? I needed as much as I could get because if I can't be famous, I need to at least have the set that they have.
So that's like your counterbalance to lack of celebrity?
It doesn't make sense, but in my broken way of thinking, because I'm not much to look at. You know what I mean? So I need to at least have something pleasing to see. So that's why I've put so much money and effort and time into this kind of stuff, and it's still nowhere where I want it to be.
But can they not both be on the same plane in a trajectory upward together?
In a healthy way, I'm sure.
Well, let's strive
In
for
a
that
healthy
then.
mindset, but not what I got going on right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, don't run metal on metal because you're going to break a bearing and then the wheels fall off.
Cool. I understand. If I take a step back and I think about what I'm actually doing, this is amazing.
This is incredible.
It's amazing. It's my dream. I'm literally watching my dream. But, you want things to be as good as they can.
Right.
You want to be the best version of you, and sometimes I just don't feel like I'm the best version of me because I got a lot going on.
Right.
Trying to be, like you said, trying to work. Husband, father, friend, TikToker, and now
Big
podcaster.
TikToker.
Well,
Big.
sizes and everything, but
Blah,
I
blah, blah,
appreciate
Well,
it. So, okay, let's get into that, right? Let's get into TikTok. That's
'Kay.
how me and you met.
Sure is.
Do you know that story?
I don't think so. No.
Has anybody said you're a sexier Drew Carey?
Yes.
100%, bro.
TM.
So.
I'm sorry to derail. I got another good
No,
look at him.
You have to have prepped him with the banana hands and the sexier Drew Carey.
No.
because
Yes? Oh, no.
nobody says that about me except for you and now him.
If you don't think that 2 nights ago I said that if Philip Seymour Hoffman and Drew Carey had a baby, that would be you, you'd be wrong.
He said giant sexier baby, by the way.
Giant, sexier baby.
All right.
Yeah.
That could shake a bundle of Chiquitas at you.
Thanks.
Those are big mitts, dog. Put it back up here. Yeah.
I got these BK burger hands.
You do have
Yeah.
weirdly small hands. I think the forearm makes it especially pronounced. Okay, Popeye. It wasn't a. It's not a dig, bro. It's not a dig.
That was a good one. Popeye. I appreciate it. I hope you don't mind if I take that. 'Cause
Please.
I will.
Not the first
Please.
time.
I've never called you Popeye before.
Have you ever seen The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah.
You know Santa's arms in that movie?
Unnecessary.
I think they sell my forearms at the county fair.
What is it
Deep
with like big dudes and forearms and then moms with absolute dump trucks?
fried. Wait. Whoa.
Pixar
talking
and
about
animation?
Oh.
I'm just talking
Elastigirl?
animation.
Talk to me, baby.
Bro,
That's what my roommate said the other day, is that he wanted to just do squats until he was a Pixar mom.
good luck.
Dude, they're
'Cause-
chubbed up in the back.
Because that's 500-pound back squat for the rest of your life. You're duck walking because that's a truck.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know, dude. Maybe fetishize a little bit.
So you know that Disney...
They've got a designated butt guy for their animation.
Has
and
to.
their character
But
design.
you know that Disney movies and Pixar and stuff like that, you've noticed the adult jokes that they put in there.
Oh, most definitely.
Right? Because they know we're taking our kids to go see them. The kids aren't necessarily going to understand, but we're like,
Right.
right? Do you think they're doing that?
I think Disney is hyper aware. So they knew they would have the staying power, one. But if you look at the nostalgia, like our kids will go back and watch that and be like, I never noticed that, but my parents let me watch this. And it's just that, so it just continues to cycle on itself. I think it's absolutely deliberate. 100%.
Cartoons have always had.
But what are they trying to do? Are they trying to desensitize?
They're
Maybe.
trying to be the changes they want to see in the world. That's what they're trying.
And
to
that's
do.
what
Do you ever
big
think there'll be a
old
rated R Disney?
thick
No.
donks.
No?
No, because rated R movies make less money.
There's rated R Marvel.
Yeah. but-
Logan and Deadpool definitely did not make
Oof.
less money.
Logan.
Great movie. That was the first time you ever see what Wolverine looks like, right?
I've never seen Logan.
Amazing, dude.
What?
It came out after Deadpool, in between Deadpool 1 and 2.
That was the one with everyone's just kind of old, right? And
Most of them are dead.
yeah, dead.
But
and
he's old and Professor X is old. But, dude, he's stabbing people in the face and you're seeing entry and exit. Like,
So that move you always want to see where he goes up under the chin and then just lets him go?
slow motion.
Yeah, dude. 4K.
You haven't seen it?
No,
Oh, I
it's
have
not.
it.
Are you an X-Men guy? Or like Marvel Universe guy?
I usually enjoy them. I'm never super hyped about them, but they're usually going to be a fairly good experience.
Okay. Well, let me give
Except for Ant-Man.
well-deserved
Never
hype.
seen Ant-Man. Never seen Ant-Man?
Can we pull the plug on this?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Never seen Marvel Girl? What's her name? Miss Marvel?
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel?
I've never seen that one either.
Never seen those. We tried to watch
WandaVision.
WandaVision. Have you seen that?
That's a series, right?
It's garbage.
Is it bad?
I didn't like it. I
It
didn't like
may-
it at all. But I don't like their characters anyway.
I've been told
Fair.
it gets better, but I just don't have any of the nostalgia for the sitcoms because that was kind of before my time. So I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's like, isn't it supposed to be like late 80s laugh track?
Oh, like 50s. It's black and white at least.
Oh,
in the
is
first
it?
episode.
Oh, snap.
Some of them.
Mhm.
It gets in
Okay.
color.
Oh, okay.
So, dude, it's like Cougar Town meets I Love Lucy meets That 70s Show.
Love me some That 70s Show.
I love me some That 70s Show. I love me some Cougar Town, right?
Never seen Cougar Town.
You never seen Cougar Town?
I'm just going to hide behind my mic.
With
No.
Courtney Cox? Good show.
Good name.
Cox?
Yeah.
I went to Cox Elementary.
Did you? Imagine my shock.
That's a little cock, dude. Me and all the other little cocks running
What was
around.
your mascot?
Rooster? What else would
You
it
were
be?
the cocks?
We were the Cox. We were the Cox. Do you think I'm joking? Fountain Valley, California. Cox Elementary. Mm-hmm.
What were your colors?
I think
Mostly blue.
tan and like vein. Ooh. Tans and veins.
Is vascular a color?
Yeah, dude. Balls.
What color do you
Clink
want to
it,
paint
bro.
your house?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Drink
dude.
to that. We have veered far from how we met on TikTok.
Have you heard the story about how we met on TikTok?
I don't think so.
Okay. 17 weeks ago. 17 weeks ago.
That's dumb.
17 weeks ago.
That's
And we're here. 17 weeks ago, I started my weight loss TikTok. There was two guys that were on the map for me. Shane Wally. Wally?
Sure.
Whaley? Wally?
Wallen?
And he's running, at that time, he had like 1.2 million. Now he's up to like 2.8 or something.
he's up over 2 now, yeah.
1.2 million. He's a big guy who's losing weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
But his is more self-awareness, self-love, self-care, and I've adopted that, right? But then I saw his profile, and at the time you had 10.5. I remember. He had 10.5, and I was like, okay, here's another guy who's losing weight. I'm checking out his videos. I see that he lives in Arizona. Maybe one day I'll reach out to him. And he's killing it. He's doing his thing. I like the way that he's just real. I just like the way that he's real. And liked some of his videos, whatever. And one day I shoot my shot and I send him a DM. I don't even remember what I said, dude. I was probably just like, you're an inspiration. I love you. I appreciate you. You're doing a good thing. Sends me a message back. Oh my God. And I'm yelling at Samantha, look who's talking to me. Check this out. This is so crazy. Right? So we have like first night we talk. We send like 20 messages back and forth. Get his phone number. We're chit-chatting. We're hanging out. We're talking on the phone. And then we get a little more in depth, and I'm learning more about your family. You're learning about my family, our situations. One of the most nicest, genuine, loving, caring guys right here, because he's just loving on me the whole time. We're talking on the phone one night, and I'm literally on my stomach with my feet up in the air like this, talking to him on speakerphone.
Just kicking your feet back and forth?
I'm talking to the biggest celebrity I've ever talked to in my life. 10.5 thousand people are watching this guy's story, and I'm just like, I'll never be like that. Maybe I'll have like 20 followers, and I'll be happy with it. And we're talking. And how'd that get brought up about the job? You weren't working at the time. You had just
got the job at the hotel.
You had just got that job.
Like
at the
literally
hotel.
in training.
Uh-huh. And then you got sick,
Mm-hmm.
and you couldn't go for a couple days, right?
A week.
A week.
Yeah. Till I got my negative results back.
So we're talking about his work, and I'm talking about my work, and I'm like, man, I got this third shift guy that I really don't care for. He's talking about leaving soon. I'm going to hire somebody else. And jokingly, he's like, you should hire me. Gears start turning. I'm like, well, dude, that's when I called you.
Yeah.
We're texting. And this is before my feet are up in the air, schoolgirl style. We're texting, and he goes, you should hire me. Ha, 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 ha. And I was like, wait, are you being serious right now? He's like, well, I wasn't, but now I am. Called him. dude, we could do this, and we could do this. This would be your schedule. This would be your pay. This is what you would do. So you got to do this first. And da, 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 da. 2 weeks later, he's down here taking this class to come to work. Hired him, and we've just been going at it ever since.
Yeah, so add to that, we had fully committed to being in Sierra Vista, like just paid a deposit on a rent house, just secured my job and started and was in training. And 2 days after we talked, I went from certainty finally for my family, because before that, it had been 3 years since we've had a place of our own, because we were living with my aunt in Houston. We were just living with my mom. And so I was finally like, okay, got a job. We're moving into this house. Everything's good. And then it was just like, let's change everything.
I didn't think it was going to happen.
I didn't either. Full disclosure.
I didn't think it was going to happen. I was like, this dude probably thinks I'm full of shit. You'd told me you'd been burned a couple times.
Yeah.
Dude, never met the guy, and I'm like, you and your family can come live in my house. Like, I have a bedroom for you. I'll take my kids. I'll put them in my bed with me.
Well, I seem to remember that he and I would share a bed.
Well, we were going to get a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But
For
dude,
6 weeks. And just honeymoon.
I think, yeah. He was like, I can't pay for my... something about a guard card. You didn't have the funds right then and there, or you were going to get them, but you were going to be spread thin.
Yeah.
I'm offering him money. I'm offering my house. I'm telling him we should shoot TikToks together. We should do this and that. We should be best friends. I want to do karate in the garage. I want to love you forever with all my heart.
Turn our beds into bunk beds.
Favorite non-pornographic magazine to masturbate.
Good housekeeping. John Stamos. But dude, 17 weeks.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're one of my best friends.
I concur.
100%.
Totally.
And I don't have best friends.
Just sexy Drew Carey.
I got my homie here. I got you. And I got Mushmouth. Right?
I hate that. I already
He
know who
knows
you're
him.
talking.
We all work together too. So you know who you are.
Imagine if I still worked there. It would just be you're just surrounded by everyone that you love just at your job.
Dude, do you know he worked at... Well, I'm not going to say the name, but do you know he worked there too? Doing what I do in the mornings?
Really?
Yeah, that was my job, and then I was like, I can't live on part-time.
But he was actually with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I
He
got
was
you.
actually with
Okay.
them. And then
Yeah,
once he dipped to go to a different job, instead of them hiring somebody else, they just had me run that too.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So we spent... How long were you there? A month and a half?
A couple months.
No. 2 months is too long.
I felt like I was there for a long time. Could have just been waking up at 3.
That'll do it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something about being up before the sun. It's like, this has been an eternity.
Dude, driving to work when it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
Miserable,
Oh my god!
bro.
In the winter,
Then you try to trick yourself with lies. At least there's no traffic. At least I don't have to deal with this.
At least
Get
I'm
to
not
see the
dying
sunrise.
inside.
Mm-hmm.
That's because that's what's really happening.
So, what was I talking about, dude?
the story of how y'all met and how you're best buds now.
Offering me money.
What do you think of all that?
Do you think Moff?
Do you think Moff?
Have you been doing that with him?
You know who Moff is, right? Moff Gideon
Mm-mm.
from The Mandalorian. Okay, well his name is Moff Gideon. He's like a Sith Lord.
Moff is a rank,
And it is?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I think.
Oh, they're going to come for you in the comments.
That's fine. I don't care.
They're coming for one of us.
That's fine.
Either I'm wrong or he is.
Well, I've never seen it, so they
I
might
thought
come
his
for me
first name
too.
was Moff, last name Gideon. And I was always asking him, do you think Moff is short for Moff fucking Gideon?
Fuggin'.
That's what I said.
That is not. Play it back.
Run it, dog. Did I not say Moff fucking Gideon?
You're saying it again.
Moff fucking.
You're CKing, not GGing.
Moff fucking Gideon. Oh,
Well, it's been more than 5 minutes. We're fine.
Yeah, we're
probably.
good.
Bro, you did good.
I know. So then I wore some different shoes, and I was like, do you think Moff stands for my fucking feet hurt? Like,
I'm certain it does.
And then that kind of morphed in with,
do you think Moff?
well, that and what do you think of this? With that time there was a huge mess on the floor, all those spots from the rain, and so
we're working together. We're working together, and we got
Okay.
this not housekeeper, but like janitor, and she's not really wanting to do her job too well, and so he moves in one of those rubber mats so people aren't slipping right from coming in.
Right.
It leaves a dirt trail in the shape of that mat. So when he moves it, there's just a square dirt pile. And she would come in and just walk right over it. And one day he was getting to him. He was tired of looking at it. And so she walks in. Good morning. He's like, hey, what do you think of that? And she just says, it's not my schedule for the day. So we don't do it if it's not in our schedule. Cool.
There's no way she's that dialed in
100%.
of things that need to happen.
Laziness. That's a built-in excuse.
Okay, so if
her
she-
schedule is talking to random people for like 20 minutes.
Right.
Right.
That's
Your
okay.
schedule is cleaning.
Yeah.
Don't worry about anything else.
Right.
But the fact that, and he was a part of HR.
Yeah.
And she talked to you like that?
Yeah. I mean, I was barely HR, but I was still HR.
Yeah, totem pole, low level HR, but still in there. Hey, what do you think of that? Not a lot. Have a good day. She's gone, dude. Left it.
Still there as far as I'm.
Did she check her bare wrist watch? Like, there's nothing. I just won't. Not today, though.
We'll see if there's time. I'll get to it if I can. The worst, dude. The worst.
What do you think?
Hey, what do you think of that, dude? But the way that he pointed, what do you think of that?
That's my go-to now. For anything I might have a question about.
I'm such an awkward person that I don't know how to just go, can you do your job, please?
The reason this story even comes up is because I just asked you, what do you think of that?
Oh,
and so he starts
gotcha.
laughing.
Okay.
Because it got to the point where I would just like lift my shirt up and be like, what do you think of that? And he'd be like,
I think
don't.
Moth.
I don't.
Did you say moth?
Yeah, I think Moth.
That's...
He thinks Moth.
Show it again?
You know.
Yeah, that's
there,
pretty
baby.
mothy there.
I keep headbutting the mic on accident.
Yeah,
You
I've done
do?
it inadvertently. I'm like, anyways, Garrett. It's happened a couple times.
I enjoy watching the levels when you do that. They just spike. It's just
What?
the levels
When you
on
laugh
the
like
thing.
that?
It's
Oh.
just pure orange bars.
It's like,
So anyway, Garrett.
the little
there she goes.
yeah.
Seismic.
The little red lights for the mics that indicate they're on, they start flickering when you do that.
Oh.
Yeah, totally just pirate-eyed myself a few times.
So anyway.
Like you're trying to get deep, and I'm just like, yep, that's in my eyeball. No, oh, it's bad. It's really bad.
I miss working there though.
Come back, dude.
I miss having you there.
I mean, I don't really miss the job because I like having more money than none. But I miss working so close to my house, and I miss just the environment and the people there.
Yeah.
So you're close to that area?
Oh yeah, like 4 minutes from there.
5
Oh, so
minutes.
you made a trek.
Hmm.
I was complaining.
Dude,
Ooh.
I'm not trying to be a dick right now. Is this recording?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I pressed the record button and the
I'm
red
gonna
light's
say
on.
Okay.
definitely maybe.
We've had these issues before.
One, no issues. Issue.
We've had this issue before.
Everybody gets one.
You've had your one, so I don't want you to have another one. You good? We're
Yeah.
good? Okay. Anyway.
It'd be a great podcast, but it's just a blank file that you.
I mean, we got that. It won't
We do.
sound great, but
We do have the audio from that. Okay.
and actually, it doesn't sound that much worse.
Yeah, it doesn't sound that great either.
It doesn't sound great, but it's definitely like if something does happen, we do have a backup, which is
Yeah.
nice.
You could buy one of those. I've got a set of Rogue mics that you can plug into for audio recording. So then you've got 2 files just in case.
Running up our sleeve or something? The ones that clip?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are big though.
So run it down underneath,
Yeah, you just put it on your undershirt, and then you're good.
or reverse it so the cube part sticks in, and then it's just the clip that sticks.
Oh, really?
in. Yeah.
How much are those?
I have the 2 set, but they have one now that you can daisy chain up to like 6, and it's like $200. But then you've got 2 sources of audio just in case.
We'll look
3.
into it. 3.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
many sources of audio.
We'll look into it.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send you a link.
Cool.
So what do I think of that?
What do you think, Moff?
I do
okay.
now.
We've got to get all of these inside jokes that we just unconsciously say. We have to get them all out and
What are you
explain them. I'm
What are you
making a note of those mics.
Okay.
We have to
Rode
explain
wireless go.
all of the inside
TM.
jokes.
Ping.
So, all seriousness, all that's going on in your life.
Yeah.
You feel like you're spread thin.
Yep.
You've fallen apart to me a couple times. We've built the pieces back up. I'm offering all this crazy stuff. And it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that? What was going through your head when you were like, what is this guy doing?
Serious answer?
Mm-hmm.
That I didn't deserve it.
Yeah?
Joking answer? That you wanted to wear my
That
skin suit
you're
to
gonna
your birthday.
end up in my basement. I understand. No, serious. Because me
Dead
and you had
serious.
talked about you offered yourself like that plenty of times before too.
Mm-hmm.
And you would get burned and you would tell your wife that I'm offering this stuff and she says sounds like you and this and that, right?
Yep.
At what point were you like, okay, this dude's serious?
When I prayed about it.
Mm.
So it's not that I ever questioned the legitimacy of what you were offering. The doubt or the fear, any ambiguity that was there was on my behalf entirely. Because for you to go like that far in that early on, I didn't. I was like, that's definitely not a guy that's not going to be about it.
Everything that was in my control got done.
100%.
And that's why the waiting stuff killed me so much.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this dude's going to think I'm full of shit. And I'm not. I'm trying.
Right.
But you said you didn't feel deserving.
For sure.
Why?
Suppose it's the peaks and valleys of life. So when you're low, it's you project a lack of worth or a lack of deserving of care or love or support.
But it's like a slingshot, right? You got to get pulled back to go forward.
Most assuredly.
And I feel like that's kind of what we've done.
Yeah.
I say we just because I've been a part of it.
Right.
You've done the work.
For sure.
I've just opened up a few doors. I didn't do anything. You know what I mean?
But you did.
To you.
Yeah.
And I think that's full circle. That's me being undeserving. I feel like I just did something that anybody would do, right?
Right.
I don't feel like I need a thank you. I don't feel like I need a it's never going to be above your head. Remember what I did for you type
Right.
situation. But you think that how come you think it's worth more than I do? That's what trips me out about like the brain and the self-worth and stuff like that is you think that I've really done something amazing.
I think it might have something to do with the perceived distance. So you're here, you've got a stable job, you're working, you have the capacity and the ability to offer something like that. So if this is your threshold, if we're on a plane, and then I'm way down here, so it seems like I've come a lot further. So my level of gratitude came from a low place, and now I can somewhat match paces. I have a good job. I'm able to pay my bills. I'm able to do those things. So to me, it's the disparity.
Yeah.
You had it to offer and did so willingly. And so you probably, I don't want to speak for you, but maybe you take some of the things in your life for granted that you were in a position where you could do that.
Maybe.
But when I didn't have it and then I got it, I was able to see the gap.
Mm.
Also, you say that it's just something you feel like anyone would have done. It's not. I mean, the vast majority of people, I would say, would just go, sucks for him.
Yeah, sucks to suck.
Get good, scrub.
Yeah, but how many times has that been said about you? You know what I mean? I can tell you how many times it's been said about me where I'm just like, why? I just need some fucking help. Don't give me anything. Just open a door for me. Give me a chance. You know what I mean?
That reminds me of how
I burped.
I burped.
that kind of reminds me of how we met a little bit. Not in as much of a financial way, but as a social way, I'd say. Where just deeply lonely security guard who's honestly shocked that someone wants to spend time with him.
Yeah.
I will never forget how pissed off you were when you invited me to go out to a bar with you, and I just said, why? Because I couldn't comprehend someone inviting me to go do something. I thought it was a prank.
No. I think that's something mentally wrong with me. I've told you that I fall into friendships and relationships so fast just because I didn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want everybody to be my best friend.
Yeah.
And I think that's definitely toxic because I've put myself in some nasty, stupid situations just because I'm like, oh, this person would do that for me.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Hmm.
Absolutely not. And I know that. But
which is crazy because then you still feel the side that, well, everybody would do this for you.
I do.
So it's like you recognize it. That's heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that is there a level of acuity? Like, are you aware that you're doing that?
When people point it out like you just did.
Okay.
How many conversations have me and you had? I feel like I'm going through this world blind, dude. There's not much that I know about myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's one of the biggest things this podcast is going to do for me is I'm going to be able to talk to people that I feel are smarter than me, that know more about certain things. You know what I mean? You're good with mental awareness. You're good with understanding that you need to be good to yourself.
For sure.
I'm not. But I try to be. You know what I mean? But I feel like having you on here and you speaking truth into me, it's going to give me an opportunity to understand things without having to go to some shrink or go to school or do any of that stuff. You know what I mean? That's not how I learn. So, and I think you've done a good job with that.
I've done a great job.
But there's a lot of stuff that you say that I don't like. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that you say that I'm just like, I don't agree with that. Like when we were having the trauma talks.
Oh, yeah. Right.
I've thought about it since then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand it. And I wish I did. I wish I did. But I feel like that you are right when you say that I bury that stuff. And I think at a certain point, it's just buried. You're done burying it. It's just buried.
It's not, though. The way our mind works. So if the obstacle is the word trauma, take that out of the equation, and we'll just call it stuff that happened to you.
That's all it is.
Will manifest in ways and in behaviors that may very well be beyond our control. There's proven science behind
But what are you
that.
going to do about that?
Address it and change it.
Are you going to be sad about it? Are
You
you going to
can
let
be.
it beat you up, or are you going to just push through it?
The thing is, though, is if it starts to encapsulate us and become part of our identity, we're inevitably going to lean into it or safeguard it. And so
Yeah.
then we don't address it. So early on, I adopted the concept or the idea that I would be the funny fat guy because then I wouldn't have to deal with my traumas. I wouldn't have to get the weight off. I could be justifiably overweight. And then once it stopped being funny and it's starting to be more serious, when I'm having those conversations with my doctor, then it's like, whoa, I went full send on this. And now it's way out of my control.
Who taught you to think like that? Where'd you get that from? Your dad?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, my dad had a level of self-awareness that was... It was crazy to me what he knew about himself and what he realized and what he came to understand, but then wasn't able to do anything about. And that's where my level of awareness comes from, is like seeing the cycle repeat itself. I mean, I know they talk about generational curses and things that have happened. I told you a little bit about what my dad went through, and it's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
In my dad's head, he's still the 8-year-old boy that was traumatized when he was the one that found his mom. That's still with him, dude.
Now, what do you think about that? Not having gone through that yourself, do you understand it?
Dude, I've seen the way it's affected his judgment. I've seen the way it's affected his relationships. So, for example, and this isn't a knock on my old man, but like he was never one to openly express or share love in any capacity.
Mm-hmm.
I know my dad loves me,
Mm-hmm.
but I can count on one hand the number of times he's like, D, I love you.
Yeah.
So it's all that cyclical, like, hurt people,
Mm-hmm.
albeit inadvertently or not. My dad carried the burden of his traumas his whole life and still does.
And so your way around that was, if I'm going to be fat, I'm going to be funny.
Correct.
Get to me before they get to me.
Correct.
And then, so how'd that do you?
Terribly.
You think so? Because
Not-
without a doubt, you're funny.
Not realizing the implications. Like, if I'm filling the tank with laughter, yeah, but how superficial is that? Where does that put me as a person?
Yeah, but think of all the things that you've still accomplished.
Absolutely.
Your husband, you're a father of 3.
I've done some incredible things, but I've always built up or propped up the identity. So I was either the musician when I really wanted to.
I was get into that too.
Yeah, I was the musician, I was the Mormon, or I was the funny fat kid. So I can't say
You're a Mormon?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were Christian.
What? The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay, I'm Christian.
I don't know anything about it. I
Yeah.
believe you.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing.
Mormon was more derogatory than anything. That's,
Oh. Okay. Okay. Sorry.
yeah. No, it's okay.
Okay.
We self-identified as such.
One of them Mormons, boy.
So I had this buddy named Enoch.
Oh, he's Mormon.
Oh, 100%. He invited me to his wedding, but he was like, "You got to wait outside."
Oh,
Like,
at the temple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was working with him, and we had onboarding together, and I found out he was Mormon. And so I asked my wife, I said, "What is that?" And she starts explaining it to me, and I still didn't understand it. So the next day, he's sitting on the couch at work, and I get there, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, can I ask you a question?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "What are you?" He goes, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Are you Mormon?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "What are you?" Like, what does that mean? I'd never heard of this.
yeah.
I was like, "I'm Christian," loosely at that time. "I'm Christian. Can we be friends? Are we allowed to talk to each other?" And he was like, "Yeah, dude, don't be stupid and this and that, right?" But so I didn't know when you said that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry.
Well, but no, we can't.
We can't be friends.
Correct.
I understand. I
yeah.
get it.
So, line now firmly drawn in the sand.
Now I'm super confused. Are you Mormon?
Yes.
Am I missing something?
I thought you were going to ask if you were Mormon.
I thought
You are. Am I Mormon?
Am I Mormon?
Wait, are you Mormon?
I am 100% Mormon.
Oh, okay.
Where's your confusion coming from though?
I've never asked. I just assumed you were Christian.
So the idea that they're not being used interchangeably is weird to me.
What do you mean?
Mormon and Christian.
Yeah.
I am a believer of Christ.
See, that's why I don't like all this stuff, dude. I don't like religion.
As far as I understand, and it's a very loose understanding, so please jump in and correct me when I'm wrong. Mormonism
Are you cool with talking about this?
Hit it.
Okay.
basically just, was it John Smith? Was that his name?
Joseph.
Joseph Smith.
John Smith was from Pocahontas.
Don't get me crying.
Colors of the Wind, dog.
I'll sing it.
He had the golden plates or golden tablets,
Correct.
and received visions or messages from angels and wrote a New Testament.
Didn't write it. Transcribed it.
Transcribed it. Didn't his wife actually write it, physically?
Scribed it. Yeah.
Scribed it. That's the word that I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if I'm remembering correctly, he gave it to a friend, a follower of his, and that man lost it, the original one, and then he transcribed it again.
So he lost parts of it.
Parts of it.
But yeah.
Yeah. And then, so it's basically just, as I understand it, Christianity with an extra book.
So if it is the same thing, why say I'm Mormon?
If it is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's being specific. It'd be like, I'm Baptist Christian, or I'm...
Yeah, so the idea that Christianity is all encompassing is in and of itself not true.
I don't even know what that means. You're using big words.
So if you look at the scope of Christianity, we have one book, but there are literally thousands of variations of Christianity. There's the non-doms, there's those that put emphasis on baptism, those that put emphasis on the resurrection. I mean, the scope is vast. It's huge. So the difference or the qualifier for Mormonism, despite the fact I believe in Jesus Christ, I believe he died on the cross, I believe in the atonement, I believe in all of those things. We believe that specifically, I think what separates us the most is we believe that Christ also visited the Americas. So he didn't just, visit the people in ancient Egypt and all those places. He actually came to America because we are all his sheep. He is a shepherd of all men. And so he didn't just spend his time there, but in Israel and everywhere else, but that he also came to America. And so that book...
Was America a thing at that time?
It was a body of land.
There were natives there.
Yeah.
Indigenous peoples.
And so there were men here that we believe were called as prophets, no different than he called Moses and everybody else. And that book of scripture that was written on the gold tablets was their record of their account of Christ coming to them and then the hardships and things that they faced.
After Christ was already crucified?
Both before and after.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you have another book.
Correct.
I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, it's
We're learning together.
fascinating.
Hmm.
I listened. All of my knowledge of Mormonism comes from the Time Suck podcast episode with Dan Cummins, and admittedly,
You all right?
It just had like 5 in a row.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry.
admittedly, that episode is fairly critical of a lot of the history of Mormonism, and there's a lot to be critical of any religion. I mean, if you take things on faith, people who only go by historical record are just gonna be skeptics at all
Just turn
times.
the corner, huh? This episode turned the corner pretty
Knock
quick.
down, dude.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, to his point, if you're if you're of the mindset of faith versus historical, or if you consider the opposite of faith, I need absolutes, I need facts, I need evidence. Yeah, there's gonna be criticism
Well, you can still run evidence.
for sure.
Yeah.
There's evidence, and that's the thing. And then when you have evidence, you have those that debunk it. So it's it's that's the whole lens or scope of faith as a whole, because anytime you can intertwine the ideologies of man or concepts or theories,
I'm just
Yeah.
glad it's not my job to
You
try
can
to change
dilute it.
anybody else's opinions or
Right.
anything like that. That's all I got.
right?
One thing I find fascinating about Mormonism in general that I've noticed is that it has a lot of splinter sects that I don't really see happening with other major religions. And as far as I understand, that any man can just kind of be a prophet. I don't know if that's correct or not, but I've seen that people have just said that they've received word from God that this is how it should be, and the main church has it wrong, and then they just kind of start their own thing. That's what we got the polygamist groups up in northern Arizona. I think Kingman were, I think,
no
started
idea.
that way. That a bunch of different splinter sects is what I've seen.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
There are absolutely factions of, it's happened. But the idea that anybody could be a prophet,
Well, it's not anybody,
Yeah.
but it's more. I guess it's more common than. You don't really hear about any Catholic prophets these days. They're not really out there.
yeah, there's no Pope 2.0.
There's not.
Not since
Not to my knowledge.
not
There's
since
not?
the 1300s.
Yeah.
They're still running AOL.
Yeah.
They need to update, dude.
Do you ever hear about the Great Catholic Schism? Is that how you pronounce
Schism.
that? Schism?
Mm-hmm.
Or there were, I think, 2 or 3 different popes at the same time, and they were just excommunicating each other repeatedly. There's a pope and the anti-pope.
That's cool.
It was a good time. It really wasn't, but
Okay.
it's fun to read about.
I want to have like a black metal sludge band called Anti-Pope. That's sick.
Run it, dog.
Full send.
Run it.
Then there was like a Roman Pope.
What
and
was
a
that
French
song
Pope.
that you were playing for me where that dude was just smashing on that cymbal?
Frick.
But I told you that I don't care about that music.
You sure did.
I don't care about it at all.
You just like watching me
I
be
like
an idiot.
thinking about what you did to that music. So when I listen to Akudama,
It's a good jam.
I just see you going, and that's all I care about, dude.
What track did I play for you, dude?
Akudama?
Yeah.
By Alpha Wolf.
What genre
Alexa,
is that?
dude. Is she in here?
Why'd you just run your SpongeBob voice?
Is she in here?
2 hours later.
Alexa.
Alexa. No, I don't have Alexa in here.
What genre is that, though?
Post-hardcore.
We couldn't even play it anyway.
Post-hardcore. I
Yeah.
wouldn't
We could. I could pull it up on my phone right now, dog.
We couldn't play it.
play it after. I'm interested, but
Hold it up to the mic just like that. This is my phone.
man, at this point, I'm not even gonna need to sync with the clap. I'm just gonna sync with
Yeah.
your eye.
Every time Derek goes thunk, we're good. Right on point. I'm just giving you little landmarks throughout.
Just to stay on top of it, dude.
So
Blake, got you.
As far,
It's been about 10 minutes.
As far as I know, you only need to sync it once, right?
Correct.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You had me worried there.
No,
Like,
no,
am I gonna need to
you're
keep
good.
syncing this? What?
He's all wait.
You're good.
Wait, huh? I don't want to do it anymore.
I'm not looking forward to the multiple camera angles. It's gonna be.
We're gonna do that today, dude.
It's gonna be so much more work.
You're gonna edit today?
I'm gonna go buy those GoPreezes.
For real?
Mhm.
Stimmy.
No, that's gone.
Damn. Oh, that's right.
That's super gone.
Did you get your taxes back yet?
No, I haven't even filed yet.
Oh, cool. What track did I play for you?
That's. But dude, the way you were just beating it up
Yeah.
made my pants tight.
I gotta find it on Spotify now. You're bugging me.
Blake,
Jawohl.
what you got going on, dude?
I made a pretty good grilled cheese last night. That's about all that's new with my life.
No, let's explore that
Yeah,
a little
let's
bit.
talk about
Let's
that,
drill
dude.
down.
What kind of bread you use?
What is a good grilled cheese in Blake's eyes?
I used the potato bread. I used potato bread.
Ooh, okay.
Dirty girl. Okay, so now let me
Okay.
ask you: do you butter the bread, or do you throw butter into the pan and dip your bread into it?
Butter in the pan.
Yes, sir. How much? All of it.
About that much per sandwich.
It's not enough.
I don't know if it's like a
So
tablespoon.
from my perspective, I didn't see you making this, and I just saw you balling up your fist. I'm like, that's a lot of butter. You may want to see a cardiologist.
I actually don't know what the measurements on the side of the butter are off the top of my head, but like a mark or two.
But imagine me from this about this much.
Just a whole arm
You've
of
seen
butter.
a catcher's mitt, right?
I just take the stick of butter and I just squeeze, and whatever I get is what
Have
I
you
get.
seen the page Gripping Food with Force on Facebook?
No.
It's the dumbest thing, but they do it with butter. They just like grab yogurts and like.
That's just a lamer hydraulic press channel.
Yeah, right.
Wait, but have you ever watched those at 2 a.m?
The hydraulic, yeah, they're
They'll
great.
change your life, dude.
Bro.
That
From
and
2 till 8 in the morning.
and Muffin Monsters.
You know what I miss? How It's Made. I miss that show.
How It's Made was tight.
Have you ever seen
Guy had a good voice,
How's It Made?
No.
So they take How It's Made footage, and then somebody dubs it over.
Oh, this is a real thing.
Yeah,
You're not
it's
just,
called
I'm not hiding this one.
What time did you need to leave, by the way?
It's all good, dude.
Okay.
Run it.
Hey, doesn't he look like a grown-up version of the kid, Jerry Maguire kid?
Like fatter, but yeah.
I'm sticking with sexier Drew
The
Carey.
human head weighs 8 pounds.
If you've seen me and if
I
you
can
saw
smell
child photos of me,
Puta madre.
'cause I had the spiked
Chungarito.
hair and everything.
Chungies.
You had the spiked hair and everything.
I just looked like him. It was crazy.
Really?
So,
What's your fitted hat size? Sorry, pin that.
eyes. Give me eyes.
beanies. I can't wear hats.
Yes, you can.
Well,
Cap him with that. That's an 8.
This is a 7.58.
that's not going to fit me.
I have a San Francisco Giants hat. I know you're from Cali. I don't know if you're into the Giants.
Oh, I like hats.
It's 7 5/8.
Yeah, I'd wear it.
Would you?
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring it.
Who
Yeah,
makes it? Is it a 59?
It's the official.
Is it a 59?
Yeah.
I'd wear it.
It's gray and then it's just black letters on it.
I just like hats.
It's clean.
You don't want it?
It doesn't fit my dude. I'm an 8 1/4, bro.
Mm.
I just
Those
know I
hats
have-
at DXL though, huh?
Those are nice. I have one of those cabbies.
Yeah,
But
I'm
I
talking
put that on, my eyes slowly start to bulge.
I'm talking about that cap. Remember that was a 4X
Oh, with the
with
Velcro?
a Velcro?
That's something about a strap back just reads dad that's trying. If I got some New Balance, I'd be straight. And then overcooked my hamburgers and underseasoned them, we'd be.
Dude, you're coming at my life right now, and I don't appreciate it.
I'm
You
in
got
this
the
picture and I
NBs
don't
and
like
that
it.
bad hamburgers?
What were you saying?
I was saying I'm in this picture and I don't like it. Remember?
Just at me next time.
You remember those? Was it Christmas Eve that you made those? It was when we were watching Twins, and there were those pre-made burger patties.
Dude.
Did this go south?
They were the worst.
Hockey puck?
Yeah,
Thin.
crumbly hockey.
Crumbles.
Ooh.
It was like someone heard
Okay.
about what a smash burger was and then tried to make it, but screwed it up.
Dude, it was horrible. It was just
Trash burgers?
Yeah.
trash burgers, dude.
Yeah.
Basura. Garbage.
That was elementary school cafeteria.
Let's talk about that. What was your favorite food to get?
I liked the pizza.
The square pizzas
Yeah.
changed my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What else?
But most of the time, my mommy made me lunch.
What'd you get?
PB&J's a lot of the time.
Boring. What else?
We're kneeing again.
What
Forever
else?
forgot we were
Did
talking
you ever
about.
get those? What were those little Hostess with the white
Twinkies?
swirls?
Oh, the
cupcakes.
donuts?
Yeah. No,
Yeah, just the Hostess cupcakes.
with white in the middle.
Yeah.
My mom used, not my mom, my grandmother used to take them out and put them in tinfoil for me, dude. What?
I said that's right, Grammy. So wait, you would wrap them up like a ding dong?
Yeah,
That's hot.
it was awesome.
She's still with us?
Oh yeah,
That a girl.
she's my favorite.
Can I send her my address and so she can
Of course you can.
foil wrap
She'll
my?
be here next month.
Oh,
Why don't you
it's
come
gonna
meet
be
her?
a whole month of foil wrap little Debbie snacks in my future.
Mostly
Duh,
carrots.
dude.
I'm going back over 500 pounds while she's here.
Oh, no.
That's happening.
It's like, I'm down from 380. Let's go back up through that. Let's break some
Handle
barriers.
business, dude.
What was your biggest, if you don't mind?
380.
That was your tap?
Mm-hmm.
I remember my third grade.
That
Yeah,
was
dude, that's
stepping
goal
on
weight.
That was stepping on the scale and going, oh, that's too close to 4. I need
That's
to
me
change
stepping
that.
on a scale and being like, yes! Freaking did it!
Crying.
Full send.
That
Tears
gets
coming
a
out this
million
way.
views on TikTok, bro.
Yeah, I cried a little when I was under 350. And that first time I saw 345 on the scale, and it was like, it's possible.
If you watch any of my
What are you talking
TikToks,
about?
it's nothing but me crying.
It's
I
so
do.
bad.
The
It's
ones-
100% titties out and tears out.
Yeah.
Tits
yeah.
and tears. I'm
I
gonna change
saw-
tits and tears. Do I need to change
Say
my
it again.
tits and tears?
One more time.
Tupperware.
Put some bass in your voice, though. And no.
Coors. The banquet beer.
Now do that.
Tits and tears.
The Sonder Experience. Just tits and tears, man. Rebrand it.
Hit it with some drawl.
What?
Tits and tears.
and tears.
Dang.
It felt good, right? I didn't feel like I heard it, but I felt it.
God, that's like
was nice,
speaking
dude.
German with a Texas accent. That's just great.
I really like.
Tits and tears. That's just
I
as
can't.
smooth as
I don't know
brown
how you
gravy.
do that. I don't have a
I don't
deep
either.
voice.
I don't either. I'm forcing that. That hurts.
Do it again.
Hurt yourself for my amusement.
Tits and tears.
Do it.
Tits and tears. That's pretty good.
I can't do it.
Tits and tears.
Oh, yeah, tits and tears.
Tits and tears. I
Tits and
can't do it.
tears.
This is going to be the worst part.
You're gonna have the bass loaded. The the hurts are just gonna be like, we're like, oh, dude, it's gonna be so bad.
I don't know how to change any of that, so just whatever it sounds like, it's going out like
Okay.
So basically, it's gonna be like, because
RPMs.
when that beat hits, yeah, dude.
I
What
need-
software are you going into?
I use Audacity and just video editor.
Okay. What do you use?
Because
I
if you
don't
have
a
something,
podcast.
if
You
you
have a
have
YouTube channel?
anything better for editing
Plug that.
videos, I hate the program I'm using. I hate it so much.
Do you do it from your laptop?
No, I do it from my computer.
Okay.
I have 2 monitors up there, so it's better.
Nice. So I do everything on my phone.
Oh, well.
All of my YouTube content, I use KindMaster, and you can adjust. It's got a graphic EQ in there.
How much is that?
$4 a month.
Just got right up on the mic and swallowed for no reason. That was a mistake.
Oh, that
This is
part's gonna be on repeat.
It's gonna be my new ringtone for my text.
If you're watching this on YouTube, can somebody at the timestamp, and then we'll pin that comment, and then you do what you have to do. Oh, dude, you stopped it. Shh.
I'm getting better.
So good.
I'm getting better.
We got to be better for each other.
Fucked up. Fucked up.
You can hear the difference now, right?
Fucked up.
Guh versus guh.
Fucked up.
Got it. Nice. 3 in a row.
I hate to interrupt this. Just such an intellectual conversation
Yeah.
we're having right now.
Mhm.
We're at an hour. Did you want to go to an hour and a
Got
half?
time? I still want to talk. I'm gonna have to have you on a couple times.
Run
bro.
it. What do you got? Well, I think we just got to the nuts and bolts of the guh conversation.
Okay.
Fuck it.
What do you got, dog? Run it.
I want to talk about your career as a musician.
Eh.
I want to know what started that.
Oh, okay. Band, Kill Switch Engage. Whew. The song you were talking about? I was just running through files and
I was like, wait.
I was opening brain drawers and just like, nope, not in there.
Dude, one time we're at work and my boss says, "Hey, we got to write up, Blake. I need you to sit in here with me." All right. He comes in.
What happened?
We're writing them up.
I got rid up for everything.
Oh no.
He comes in. Got to write them up. I'm not supposed to be there because I'm not even a supervisor or anything. He's pissed. Takes off his badge. I'm pretty sure he's about to quit.
Oh no.
And the whole thing was
I
is
just
you
remembered where this is going.
the whole thing was people think you're mean. You need to be nicer. You need to smile more when you talk to people. In the middle of a write-up, this is serious. He goes, "I can't smile to people. When I smile, it looks like I have Down syndrome." See? Takes his glass. Look.
So
I can't see right now.
For those of you listening and listening only,
Is he wrong?
he is attractive.
thanks,
In the
man.
middle of a write-up, dude.
That's what I'm good at.
Now,
People
I've
are
told this
mad at me. I
story.
just make them laugh and then.
So HR's in this meeting?
No.
Oh, thank
This
God.
is just security.
No. This is just security.
HR hated me too.
HR did hate you.
Well, HR only hated me because they were like, "Hey, can you go over these time records for ins and outs for new hires? We want to prove to the higher ups that we're taking under 2 hours." And I was like, "Okay." Well, the data came back and you're taking 8 hours. So like, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie for you.
Yeah.
And then they got mad at that.
How do we get to the point where a smile is part of your personality?
Because
This
he
is a
can
genuinely nice man.
Say, he is. He can say something, and then I can say the exact same thing, and only one of us is getting written up.
It's not
But
him.
stoicism doesn't mean you're a bad person.
No, but you know how it is. We're the front face. Everybody knows us. We start their experience. We're supposed to be. It's customer satisfaction, customer service. So we're supposed to be. Da 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 da. You know what I mean?
I get it, but that's
And
square
people
peg
get
in a
so
round hole.
Easily offended.
You do you.
And when we work at a place like that,
Yeah, that place especially was.
Is it the place I'm thinking where I
Yes.
worked also, but not
Mhm.
in that capacity?
Right.
Mhm.
Understood.
if you work at a place like that, you know how sensitive.
Oh, they are
Right.
hypersensitive.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I never did anything. I'm not gonna say I was innocent angel.
He
I
got written up
deserve.
for offering somebody a hug one time,
Yeah.
and that was genuine. That was him being as nice as he could.
Homie looked like he was having a really bad day, and I was like, "You want a hug or something?" And then I got written up for it.
Because they took it as him being
Sarcastic,
sarcastic.
which is understandable. Most people that would be a sarcastic offer, but that was genuine.
Did he get his hug?
No.
No, he complained.
Yeah, he's the guy who complained and got me written up.
I burped.
I'd still hug him though.
Excuse me.
I believe you would.
Would you hug him today?
Yeah.
Time out. 1 to 10, how good are your hugs? Lean into it. You're a big man. It's okay.
Probably like a 7 or 8.
I'm
I got a lot of padding.
I'm going solid 9. He's got wide shoulders too.
The
And you
pro-
could scoop somebody up.
The problem is the height difference, right? Because if you're too short, the hug is just awkward. Because
No,
it's like,
'cause
get in
it's-
my stomach.
No, that's the best, dude.
I'm a one-arm hugger. Gotta go.
It's my daughters.
Answer it.
On the pod,
Answer it.
on the PC. Let's put them on.
Put him on speaker.
Hello, it's your father.
Caller number 1, you're on the air.
We're black. What's up?
Walling in the weeds.
Mom wants you to get foil.
Copy. Anything else?
Mom, you need anything else?
Oh man.
Is that it? Caller, are you
That's
there?
it for now.
Okay.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
All right.
Because we need it like right away because we need to do the cake.
Okay, well, I'm like 40 minutes away, so she might have to just...
She's 40 minutes away, Mama.
She knows I'm at Garrett's in Buckeye, so she might have to just run to Bash's herself.
Mom's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm at Garrett's. She knows that. If she needs to run to Bash's, she can. You can watch the baby, right?
We're watching a marriage fall apart right now
Well, tell her I want some papers.
over foil.
Just
Says they're going to be here in like 30 minutes.
okay. Then she needs to run to Bash's if she needs foil.
Dad said you have to run to Bastion's to get foil.
Dad suggested.
Mom's upset. She says she hasn't even taken a shower yet.
Okay. Tell her to go take a shower, and I'll leave here now and get foil. I'm taking your foil. Okay. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Street lights are on. You gotta go home, and you better not be wet.
Guys, my mom's calling. I gotta go.
Dude.
This is fine.
Dad said you're on your own. Get the foil. I said,
Mom, Dad said to handle it. I don't know what that means.
So wait, do we know in totality how many write-ups from the place?
3 or 4.
yeah, enough to be fired.
And I didn't get fired.
No, you didn't, but enough.
I was gonna get fired
you
if
were
I didn't
definitely,
quit. I was only there for like 6 months too. It wasn't a good run. I didn't mesh well with that work culture. Yeah, because
Couldn't really discover himself.
my
Is that 2 on the nose?
That's 2 on the nose. My sense of humor is a little bit too sarcastic and a little too mean, I think, to fit in there.
So the hug thing was totally misinterpreted then.
Oh yeah,
Like it fell flat.
He
It
meant
felt-
it.
No, I understand.
I meant to-
That
Right,
man.
but
But it fell
sender
flat.
receiver context
He didn't get
changes
it.
considerably.
yeah.
Oof.
Do you remember those cards they gave us? Like if people
Yeah.
were having a breakdown in the hallway, we weren't supposed to talk to them because we're not healthcare professionals. We're just some fat schlub in a security uniform. So they wanted us to refer them to like the on-site therapist.
Yeah, there
who
was
there.
one on site, bro.
At least it was laminated, though, huh?
Yeah, and there was never anyone there. But the card had like the suicide hotline and the abuse hotline and all sorts of hotlines. And it was a good gesture, but in practice, you're having like a horrible day. You're having a breakdown in the hallway, and some fat security guard waddles up to you, doesn't say anything because he's not allowed to, hands you a card that basically just says, "Don't kill yourself," and then just keeps walking.
It's pretty cold.
That's what we're told to do.
Yeah, that wasn't the best.
But if you offer them a hug, if you offer them what they really need, you're gone.
It's going in the file.
I would say I deserve that write up though, because it's a weird thing to do, offering someone you don't know a hug.
Yeah. That's all right.
It was genuine, but it was weird.
I'll hug you after this. You
Because
didn't
once you stood up from the chair and I saw how huggable you were, I'd be like,
He never got that hug, dude, and I'm going to give it to you today.
Okay, I appreciate
So.
it.
three-way.
We can three-way hug. But I want to get you out of here.
Shirtless three-way.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
Don't.
So
I'm an adult man. Maybe you missed that.
She's gonna see this, and she's gonna know how long you took after the phone call. to
Right.
leave.
And how I continue to just say how I'm an adult man. Well, Mr. Adult Man.
Kara, can I still live with you? Or
So that about that offer.
how we running that, dog?
We didn't get to anything.
We didn't, but I I liked having you on here.
I love being here.
We'll have you back.
No.
Okay,
No,
that's
no,
good. I was hoping.
just the one then.
Yeah, one and done. You got to sell all this stuff. Offer up.
Yeah, dude.
I'll take some of it. I'll pay for some of it.
You can have this
Good
one.
on you.
I want one mic. Just
Do you want me to sign this and see if we can't get some money for this place?
Ooh.
Signed,
What if we have one shelf?
signed Monsty Wall is pretty hot.
What if we have one shelf of every guest and they have to sign whatever they drank that day? And we just
that'd be cool. I feel like we'd run out
of what?
of space pretty
You can
quick.
do the whole wall.
We'll do the whole wall up, dude.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Give me a Sharpie, bro.
We got expo markers next to
I'm
the.
TMing this though. That's a rad idea. Get a bunch of different colors.
Mm-hmm. Bunch
So
of different
this
drinks.
episode in particular is tons of fun, or tons to talk about.
Tons to talk about.
Okay. Do you want my my
Put your
rock
weight
star?
on
Can
there.
I get your
Put your
address as
current
well?
weight on there.
I don't know
right
my
now.
current weight. Address,
Yeah.
credit card number,
Social, please.
just
Yeah.
last four.
Okay. I can work with that.
With the 3-digit number on the back too.
It's hard to write on. It's very, very round.
We didn't think this
Let
through.
me see that.
I'm the first can. Don't smudge
I
it.
won't. I won't even touch it. Let me see it.
That's this. What? This is a
Dame.
non-fungible token now.
Nice. One day we're gonna be able to sell that for big money.
Yeah, but huge money, dude. Oh, somebody's gonna extract my DNA and then make a child.
100% smudged it.
Like I can't
already.
stress
Oh.
this enough, bro. There was one rule.
Hold on.
For those watching at home, for those listening and not viewing,
Already,
I gave
you had
one rule.
like 35 seconds to fuck that up.
So I pass it to him. If you're watching, you'll hear the thunk on the table. And then instead of inspecting the can to see where my signature might be, he full fists this thing
We should have done it with an expo
like a
marker.
baby gripping a
Wait.
banana.
Will you smudge it off and do it again?
You know what we should?
And then let me see it.
I'm not handing it back to you.
You know what we should do is we should get those little like "Hi, my name is" stickers for people, and
Oh,
then
that'd be
we
cool.
can just stick that on the can,
Yeah.
and then they can.
Yeah, because this isn't working.
that's not gonna work.
It's not coming back to you, dog. I'm going to some mitts I can trust.
I don't know, man. I've got more surface area. There's a lot more for me to grip
Did you hear
than
the
him.
nerves in his? I don't know, man. I believe in you, dog. Don't sell yourself so short.
I'm not. I am the tall one.
It's true.
I can only be sold tall.
Oh, see, now I messed it up because I clanked the this just...
Sorry.
Why don't you just have him straight sign the wall?
That, yeah, I like that.
No, negative. Maybe. Let's
Sell this house for $5 million after that.
5 milli.
You just get like a drywall saw and just take that part with you when you leave.
Sold in as-is condition.
What's
It's
this
so
hole?
hard to do my signature on something rent.
What's this hole?
See with
A
your eyes,
treasured
not with your
memory.
Can I see it?
You can see with your eyes, Garrett. Don't do the I have diabetes eye squints.
Let me see it. Let me check that out.
Grab from the top and or bottom.
You put it where you want it. I'll just hold it.
That's the soundbite I needed. Do me a favor, rip that, send it to me.
Every time you get a text,
Put it where
put it
you
where you
want.
want it. Put it where you want
Like,
it.
hang on, babe. Garrett's calling. Put it where you want it. Put it where you want it. Put it where. Just on a loop.
Lord.
Okay. Very careful. No pressure. You can do this.
Careful now.
You can do this.
Firmly grasp.
Apply directly to the forehead.
Stupid microphone. Now we did it.
Okay, dude.
All right.
First can.
First can.
First can.
First can. First guest.
Solid, bro.
First
Appreciate you being
I
here.
killed it.
first
a
episode
good
where I
job.
don't just have a panic attack quietly while Garrett talks. Oh,
This is gonna be crazy, dude. What's 5 years from now gonna look like?
just this,
No.
but with like better mic stands,
Mm-mm.
ones that aren't.
Probably like 40 of my signatures on cans.
Is it stupid how cocky I am that this is gonna work?
No.
I was. I would say yes, but that's why you have me. Like, you've acquired
Burst my bubble.
Yeah, you've acquired my services to be a realist.
This is gonna work.
I don't know.
It's a healthy counterbalance. But
In 5 years, we'll just have a lot of recorded conversations to listen to, and that'll be nice.
Dude. It's gonna happen.
Okay.
Mark it. It's on footage. It's gonna happen, bro.
Prove me wrong, I suppose. That'll really teach it, or that'll really teach it to me. That'll get me if you just prove us wrong and propel us into stardom.
Let's call it, bro.
right.
We'll have you back.
okay.
All right. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Done.
Bye.
Are we done
Shut
now?
that off.
No, keep saying weird stuff.